welcome to this episode of the Drink Less, Live Better podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Williamson. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Drink Less, Live Better and head to the website drinklesslivebetter.com where you can sign up for the 5-day Drink Less experiment, download my free habit tracker and join my email club for regular inspiration, ideas and resources to help you live better. Today's episode is called You Can Start Today. And yes, I really do mean today and right now. I want to talk to you, and I mean just you listening to me right now, who perhaps has been thinking about making a change. Maybe it's drinking less. Maybe it's stopping drinking for a while. Maybe it's shifting another habit you've held on to for years. But you keep hesitating. You keep telling yourself, I'll get round to that soon. You keep waiting for the right time, the perfect moment, Monday, or the first of the month. Or, of course, the first of the year. And let me remind you of something powerful. You don't have to wait for any of that. You can start today. We love a big declaration, a grand reset, a bold announcement that this time everything is going to be different. And sometimes that helps. It creates energy and gives us something to rally around. But so often, all that build-up becomes pressure, and pressure becomes procrastination or permanent inaction. Sad story, but true. Most of the meaningful changes we make in our lives don't come from big dramatic moments. They come from small, quiet decisions or small actions repeated over time. They come from a gentle recommitment to ourselves. They come from noticing what helps us feel better and choosing that again and again. Habits, the ones that really support us, are built over a lifetime, not a month, not in one single leap, not in a shiny New Year's announcement. They're built in the ordinary moments, the private moments, the nobody will even know if I do this moments. And actually, those moments are the perfect moments, because when you choose something good for yourself, quietly, without the need for applause or approval from anyone else, you're strengthening your relationship with you. You're proving to yourself that you matter, that you are worth supporting, that you can create change. And that brings me nicely onto alcohol. This time of year, the messaging is everywhere. Celebrations, parties, cozy nights in, festive bottles, you deserve this, treat yourself, go on, it's Christmas, don't be a party pooper. Ugh, I could go on. The pressure to drink can feel relentless. And because it's so normalised, it's easy to think that drinking is just what you're supposed to do right now. And I want you to hear this very clearly. You can choose differently. You're allowed to do what feels right for you, and you don't have to join in. If alcohol has been feeling all too present in your life lately, or for a long time, you don't have to push yourself through December with a plan to sort it out in January. You don't have to wait for New Year's Day. You don't need a fresh calendar to begin a fresh choice. You can have a dry December. You can start all of this before the 1st of January. You can begin today. My last day of drinking several years ago was the 7th of December. I worked out I didn't need a first of the month or year date to make a change. I figured out I had never had a New Year's resolution that I'd seen all the way through to from January to December ever. There's something very liberating about deciding quietly for yourself that you are ready to feel better now, not later. Not after one more round of social obligations, not once this period has calmed down, but now. Starting today doesn't mean you have to overhaul your whole life. You don't have to tell everyone you've ever met that you're doing a dry month. You don't need a public declaration or a perfectly written social media post. You can simply begin. Here is what starting today might look like. Maybe tonight you choose a different drink. Maybe you say no to something you would usually say yes to. Maybe you go to bed earlier and wake up feeling a tiny bit more like yourself. Maybe you make a plan for the next 24 hours, just 24 hours, and you commit to that. Maybe you decide that this December your well-being gets to matter more than tradition, pressure, or expectation. You might feel a mixture of motivation and resistance. That's normal. Change almost always comes with conflict. Part of you wants to make a shift, and part of you is frightened of what that shift might mean. I see you there, holding both sides at the same time. And I want you to know you can still begin. You don't have to have perfect confidence. You just need a bit of willingness. Let me remind you once again, you don't need to wait. If you're thinking of drinking less, start today. If you're thinking of taking a break from alcohol, start today. If you're thinking of giving yourself a calmer, clearer December, start today. Your future self will be so glad you didn't put it off. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow, subscribe, rate and review Drink Less, Live Better wherever you listen to your podcasts. And if you'd like more support in learning to trust yourself and live with greater confidence and calm, visit drinklesslivebetter.com. Check out the show notes for a link to a hidden podcast episode that will help you with your 5 p.m. cravings and details about my one-to-one life coaching and sober coaching programs. And P.S. I believe in you.